Hi, my name's Lynn O'Shaughnessy, and I'm the person behind thecollegesolution.com. What I want to do today is share with you a step-by-step blueprint that you can use with your families and clients that can help them cut the cost of college. Over the years, I have given talks, countless talks, to families with teenagers, and I usually, almost always, when I'm talking to them, ask them a question. I ask them, how many of you, raise your hand, how many of you are freaking out or stressed out about paying for college? And almost always, almost the entire room raises their hands. And that's whether the family is low income, middle income, or affluent. I speak to a lot of affluent families. They're the ones that tend to seek me out, and it's the same everywhere. And this is not surprising to you, right? I mean, you know that college pricing is a big issue for families. And in fact, it might be making you uncomfortable because you're probably getting a lot of questions from parents about the financial side of college. Something as simple as, hey, can you tell me, will I qualify for financial aid or not? I mean, that is a legitimate question a lot of people are asking. You may not really know the answer to it. So that's where I can help you. What I've done is I have developed a online course that I have created especially for college consultants, high school counselors. It's also, I get a great course for financial advisors to help all of you help your families make college more affordable. Now you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this is like a crazy time to be rolling out a course because this is admission season. And I certainly understand that, but I think this is actually the perfect time for it because you can help your clients by just spending even a little time on this course. You could spend 15 minutes, as little as that, and you will be able to walk away with things that you can actually use to help your families. For instance, one thing that I talk about in the class is how families need to know what their expected family contribution is, right? And frankly, if you're a counselor or a consultant and you are, developing college lists for teenagers, to me, I don't know how you could possibly create a good list without knowing if these schools are going to be a good financial fit as well as an academic fit. Unless the family is wealthy and it's irrelevant, but for most people, even for very affluent families, they are very cognizant of the cost. So with this course, you're going to be able to understand, like for the EFC, for instance, to me, you can't develop a college course unless you know if a family is going to be qualifying for aid or if they're very wealthy and they're not going to have any chances for aid. By having your family just use an expected family contribution calculator, you can get a very good idea of which path families should be going down, whether they should be looking for schools that give merit money to rich students or if they should be looking for schools that are as generous as possible for all those families who need financial assistance. And so that is something my course talks about, how you can use a net price calculator. I even have a EFC cheat sheet for families that you can give them, so in case some of them are reluctant to go use a calculator. I also have made this course as easy as possible for you because I know you're very, very busy. And so one of the cool things I've created is a cheat sheet for you. It's actually an 18-page document that lists step by step what you can be doing with your families with the goal of making college affordable. So even if you just use this list, it can be invaluable and you can start seeing results immediately. So you might be wondering, okay, what's in this course? First of all, it starts October 1st and it's for 4 months. You can use the materials for 4 months and then actually you can download materials afterwards and use them for as long as you want. So 4 months, you can. Some people will go through the material, want to get to it and digest it all really fast. Others, we're going to take your time, but you have 4 months to be in this online classroom with your peers. The other thing, the next thing that you're going to get is 4 months of, you can ask me questions. If you have college-related questions, I'm there to help you and answer questions you may have as my best of my ability. Okay, so I'm not a college consultant. I don't have individual clients. If I did, I would charge a lot of money. So you're actually getting my time for a steal, right? I am there to help you with questions you have. The other feature of this class is in the online classroom, there's a lot of lessons. They're divided up into modules. I have about probably 3 dozen lessons. Now some, if you don't need them, you can just ignore them. For instance, if you don't have athletes, you don't have to look at the athletic scholarship, the 2 lessons on that. Or if you have wealthy clients and they're not going to borrow, you don't have to look at the lessons about what are the best college loans or what type of repayment plans there are, that sort of thing. But in general, you're going to be able to use the vast majority, if not all of these lessons that can be downloaded, as I mentioned, I think earlier, when you are finished with the course. And I should say, all of this I can't emphasize enough, for busy people like you can do this course whenever you want at any time. The only thing that's scheduled is my webinars. I'm giving 5 webinars, and I will tell you what the schedule is far in advance. They're always in the evening, typically on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday evening. I've been holding them at 5:30 West Coast time. And if you can't make them, they're recorded. You can watch them later. But in these webinars, I will give a little lesson about something, and then I will open it up for your questions. Another thing that I'm doing to promote a community, I'm creating a private Facebook group for consultants, counselors, any financial advisors who want to connect, ask each other questions, share observations, whatever you want to do, it's there for you, and it will be there after the class is over. I'm also going to give out some handouts that you can give your clients, like I'm having that EFC cheat sheet that you can give your clients. I'm also going to have a PDF that you can share with them, or you can use on the schools that say they meet 100% of financial aid. And then those some that meet maybe from like 93% on up. So you'll have that list. I'm also going to have a list of schools. Right now it's 150 schools and what their policies are in terms of treating financial home equity. So I'm hoping to add to that list by the time the class starts. So that will be valuable too. And then I should mention that for the people who sign up the earliest, the first 40 people who sign up will get a copy of some beautiful financial aid slides that I use. It'll be about 40 slides. I had the slides done by a graphic design firm in Europe that I loved, and you can use these slides, put your name on it, modify them how you want. It's yours to use, and they'll be for the people who sign up, the first folks to sign up, the first 40. Which leads me to the price. How much is all of this going to cost? It's going to cost $450 for over a 4-month period. Now, if you break it down by day, it's going to cost you less than a Starbucks latte, right? It's also going to cost less than if you would spend a weekend going to 2 or 3 days going to a professional conference. If you go to a NACAC conference and one of the ACAC, some of the other consultant professional organization conferences, it can cost a lot of money by the time you have airfare or transportation, food, the cost of the conference. It can add up. This will also be, my course will be considerably cheaper than the college credential programs through the University of California. Some of the campuses, through their extension service, they have some very popular credentialing courses. The financial aid part is just one section because obviously these programs have to cover a lot of territory. From admissions to standardized testing to picking careers, all that kind of stuff. So they will only have one class or sometimes part of one class devoted to the money section of the money side of college. And those classes can cost you, those programs cost you $4,000. So clearly my class is going to be considerably cheaper. And there is a way to cut the cost. If you enroll in the class and then have someone who you recommend enroll, then I will give you a $100 refund for that person who enrolled. And if you recommend it to 2 people who end up enrolling in my college consulting class, you can get $200 off all on the way down. You can, if you get recommend enough people, you can get it for free. So that is a great way to obviously get some incredibly valuable information for nothing. Now you might be wondering, is this going to work? You know, on my blog, you will see testimonials from people who have taken previous classes. It's not exactly the same as this one. I think every time I've started offering classes beginning this year, and I think every time I do it, it gets better. And I think this is going to be my best one yet. I'm really excited about it. But if you can look at some of the testimonials, I've spent so much time this year developing classes, making them better. And at first I'm like, wow, is anybody going to really like these? Are these any good? And I've been just thrilled at the feedback from people who have said that it's made a difference in their practice, and also for parents. I have a separate class for parents who've said they've saved money. I just heard from a mom just this month who went through the class, and she learned how to negotiate to when the award isn't as good as you'd like, and she ended up getting tens of thousands of dollars more for her daughter, who's now going to Middlebury College. It's an elite college in Vermont. So I hear stuff like this all the time from families, and it really makes me feel good. If you aren't satisfied with the class, I will give you your money back. 60-day guarantee for no questions asked. You don't like it, I'll send you a refund, no problem. So what I hope you do here is that I've convinced you that this is a great investment of your time. And I know you're super busy, and a financial investment. And I hope to see you in the class. It starts October 1st. And if you want to enroll, just click on my my website on the class for this counseling consultant class. Just click on the Enroll Now, the green button, and you will get on your way. I hope to see you in October. Thanks.